Hello and welcome to another episode of Official Strongman News. I'm your host, Chris Bland, and this week we'll be going over everything that's happened in the last 7 days of Strongman. So first things first, Strongman's Champions League had their final this weekend. Two-day event in, I want to say Turkey, Anya, Turkey. If that's a place, that's where it was. Giants pro athlete Krzysztof Radzikowski took the win. He went into the competition well ahead on points. I think he had like a 20-point lead going into it. And again, throughout the whole thing, was down, I think he was, still in the lead after day one and just took it away with him on day two. I think he did some ridiculous feat with a shot put. I think it was a 14.5 kilo shot put and he threw it 8.5 meters, I think it was. Huge effort. On day one, we had Rads in the lead with Alex Moon in second place. And third place was Bjorn Andre Solvang, who actually was on really good form. He's been looking really strong lately. But I think one of the notable performances was on day one anyways. Matthias Belsack took the lead with 10 presses with the dumbbell. And yeah, just really good athlete, that guy, especially for someone so young. Definitely a lot of potential. Day two though, saw the total victory come to Krzysztof Radzikowski. I think he pretty much dominated throughout the entire thing. Dennis Zagieris, definitely butchered his name, and again I'm sorry, but he took second place, came back from 6th on day one, and third place went to Alex Moonen, a Dutch guy that we devastated. We just missed him when we were travelling out there through Holland, but hopefully we'll get to go and see him at some point soon. Great athlete and real machine. So moving on to that, there was another big competition going on this weekend, which was the World's Natural Strongman Federation Team Championships going down. These sort of team events are always so much fun to watch and always a good enjoyable one. I know England came 5th. Sadly, the WNSF doesn't update their website since 2013. So most of the information on that, guys, it's out there somewhere and I'll have it for you next week. This week, however, I don't have it. Something that did happen in the world of sort of not quite strongman but almost is, what's his name? Rich Froning was picking up Atlas stones. The internet went a little bit mad for a few hours, when CrossFit Games released one of their Instagram pictures. Well, it was a video of Froning going through a clean ladder, I think it was, basically stone to shoulder, floor, stone onto shoulder, working his way up to a 250 pound stone, which is what, like, just over 100 kilos, I think, about 110, 115. One of those things, it's not super heavy, but in fact, whatever you think of CrossFit, those guys are doing great stuff with promoting the sport out there, and mate, having people like that do that, it's fantastic for all of us. More importantly, with actual strongmen lifting incredibly heavy things, we saw Terry Hollands this week with a 425 kilo trap bar hitting a double. Many of you saw him at Europe's Strongest Man earlier this year, make a sort of a bit of a comeback. And while he didn't look quite on as strong form as he has done at Europe's, you can never count him out. And he's been posting up a lot of videos lately of him looking very strong in training. Obviously, how strong you are in training and how strong you are in competition are two different things. But with a veteran like Terry, I would not put Britain's past him. He's coming into this looking in a lot of form. He seems to have lost a little bit of weight, looking a little bit leaner, but looking damn strong. The last piece of news we've really got then is just what's been happening in the world of official strongman. We've had a couple of big updates actually this one, mainly in the under 105 category has just been shaken up. So we had David Graham dropping a 270 kilo deadlift, which got him about 9th place. But it just shows, it went up so easily and just shows the quality of, like, when that just gets you in a top 10 as an under 105 athlete, it's good times to be around. But we had, I think getting him 4th place was Tim Enerson, who I believe came 3rd at Strongman Champions League under 105 world competition last weekend. And he just put up a 345 deadlift, sorry Tim, that's the second time I've got that one wrong for you. And Jorgen Skaug Auckland, who again did really well at that, the under 105s comp in, I think it was in Norway. Put up a huge axle, 175 kilo axle, floor to overhead. Massive, massive improvements. Guys, that's all we've got this week. If you have any more news... Oh, actually one last thing. Eddie Hall doing some silly deadlift set. I think it was something like 340 kilos for 8. I had completely forgotten about that and not even prepared for it, but it's definitely, I'll put a link up to it, it's definitely worth a watch. Eddie's obviously training for the World Deadlift Championships. He's saying he's looking at for that 500 kilos. I definitely think he's got it. One thing that is interesting, he's obviously deadlifting so much weight, and he's bringing them to just up above his knees and then bringing them back down again. He's never really been one to sort of struggle that much with the lockout, but it should be really fascinating to see how he goes when those weights get heavier. Not criticism, I believe he 100% knows what he's doing. I just always like to see someone do something different. So that's all we've got time for this week, guys. Have a look through any comments you've got, anything we can do better, let us know. We really do want to hear from it, and get yourselves to officialstrongman.com. Have a look at those rankings for yourself. Thanks, guys.